If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what do you need to know about the wall when it comes to dealing with objections in the sales process? And why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business, and a fantastic day to talk about you live from Sacramento. So here's the thing. I don't think it's possible to talk too much about objections. This is video number 3 when it comes to the wall. And I've got my $12 whiteboard with me here today. And there's a really big reason for this. When I work with salespeople, entrepreneurs, offer owners, just about everybody, there is the verbal, let's talk back and forth, and then there's the visual. And so what I want to do today is to super reinforce with some super importante conversation about how you slow down the sales process and where most salespeople struggle, period. And it doesn't matter the industry and it doesn't matter the service, okay? So I've got my $12 whiteboard right here, and I've got a generic sales process mapped out to my numbers. Your numbers may be a little bit different. Be aware, okay? So if I start my appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning, I start my appointment at 8. I've got my rapport phase. I've got my discovery phase. I've got my presentation phase, and I got my closing phase, okay? Rapport. Oh, you like sports? I like sports. Discovery. What led you to have this conversation? Presentation. I've got a shiny widget. You're going to love it. Closing. Let's get this done, okay? Let's ask for the business. So I have this mapped out to roughly about an hour. An hour before you hit the wall. And the wall is this, your first objection. I want to think about it. Email me the bid. I'm getting 3 bids. Whatever of the top 7 objections that you get, most salespeople, when they hit the wall, their first move is discount, okay? So, like, they come in and they're like, oh, I got a discount. Okay, I got a discount. Got a discount. Like, no. We're going to go LDT, lockdown technique. Do you like the company? Do you like the warranties and guarantees? Are you happy with the option for the payment, for the easy payment plan? Like, you need to absolutely get everything out of your system possible before you even talk about money, right? They may go, hey, it's too much. Who cares, right? If you're going to deal with it too much, let's make sure and confirm, right? We are confirming. We are slowing down right here. We are confirming. We, you and me, salespeople, sales dudes, sales chicks, we are confirming with a lockdown technique. Are we the company? Do you like the product? Do you like the service? Warranties, guarantees, color, shape, financing, easy payment plans, okay? And let's say then they say yes to all of it. If you notice, to be at this point, if you're going to draw this out, which I think you should put a Q right here. When you hit the wall, here's the big takeaway. When you hit the wall and you get the objections, you don't go, let's get you a discount. In your mind, you go, let's ask some questions. Let's ask some questions. Let me ask you some questions. You don't have to say it that way, but let me ask you some questions. So here's the thing. If you want to be better at sales, you want to close more deals, you should absolutely join my email publication right here. Go to that URL, type it into a browser, drop in your name, your email address, maybe your phone number, and I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not in the YouTube channel. It's an email publication. You get emails from me. So most salespeople, they don't go for a lockdown technique. They don't ask questions. You know what they do? They go through rapport, discovery, presentation, closing. They hit the wall and they're like, "Hey, let me get you a discount." They are not certain this deal is going to move forward. Okay? There's a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different questions you can ask after the lockdown technique. There's a lot of different ways for you to deal with this question right here. Okay? Questions. Let me put this in big giant letters. Questions. Right? Questions. We're going to put this right here. Questions. You need questions. So, okay, cool. I want to think about it. Great. Completely understand, right? It's a softening statement. I completely understand. I hear you. I got you. I understand. I hear you. I got you. There's 4 different ways to do it. You could probably put 200 in there. It's going to be, look, just trust me. Just go down this path. Okay? I hear you. I got you. Completely understand. Diagnosis. Now, we're going to go through some questions. Are you happy with the company? You like the warranties and guarantees? You happy with the color, the shape, the product, the service? Right? And then, only then, do you start talking about any way for you to discount, any way for you to upgrade. You know, you're talking about possible ideas. You could use the Chris Voss statement. Would it be a ridiculous idea? You could use the Chris Voss statements in any of them, though you get a no. Okay? Love Chris Voss. He's a super smart dude. Love to give credit where credit's due. Thanks, Chris. Okay? So be aware that when you hit the wall, right, the wall doesn't mean discount. Most people put a D in that box. No, you put a Q. Put a Q. And then what you do is you do the lockdown technique. Happy with the company, warranties, guarantees, product service, shape, color, product, manufacturer, people, time frame, whatever you got. Like, this is pretty much for everybody, every service. And then you can reframe those questions. What I hear you saying is, right, you like the color? Yep. What I hear you saying is you like the color. Yeah, I got you, Scott. We like the color. Based upon everything you told me, you like the company, right? Yeah, I love the company. Would it be a ridiculous idea to see if we could get you a discount and move forward? And they go, yes, no. It wouldn't be a ridiculous idea, because like a lot of times people just like, I got to say yes. It's a Confederate yes. And then you go, hey, let me just confirm something. If I could get you a discount, what happens after that? If I could get you a discount, what happens next? If I could get you a discount, then what? Ask this question in whatever way is comfortable for you. If I could, then what? Is the basic premise. If I could do that, then what? Right? Then what happens next? If I could do that, what would you do? Well, then I would maybe, right? Here's where you got to understand. Here's where most people finagle salespeople, and they don't get this. And this video is longer than normal. Glad you stuck around. Most people go maybe, right? Well, if you're going to do a lockdown technique, we're going to go into lockdown technique part 2. What would take you from possibly to definitely, right? You're going to go down through this process. Hey, if I could do that, then what? Well, if you could get it to 10,000, then I might do business with you. They are not saying yes, right? They've got the reserve in the background, and they're like, I don't know just yet, okay? What you need to understand is, like, there is a dance to sales. And if you can see the diagram here, the buyer has one as well. All right, so the buyer's got their objection process as well, and it looks like this. If your process started at 8 o'clock back here, and it's now 9 o'clock and you hit the wall, right? They're going to give you O for an objection, okay? O for objection. Then you're going to go LDT, lockdown technique. And then they're going to kind of shrug it off. They're going to, I don't know, maybe, kind of. You're going to go back to questions, and then you're going to close, right? Realize that if you see this real time, and you could go, oh, they gave me an objection. They don't know. I'm going to go in for the lockdown technique. They're going to stall. They're going to give me some maybe kind of sort ofs. They're going to give me all the things, and you're going to block them in with questions, and then you're going to close, okay? If you can see the dance, like I'm drawing you out the X and O's like a football coach would. I had this coach at the high school that I went to, and he would always draw out the X's and O's. Dude had a toothpick, right? And like this is what I kind of feel like right now. We're on the opposite side of the wall. We've got their objection. You got your lockdown technique. Are you happy with it? You like it? Color, service, shape, people, terms, product. Yes. You can get no's. That's okay. Ask Chris Voss. Stall. This is the danger zone. The stall is where salespeople really struggle, and they don't understand. They're not getting commitments. Okay? The stall is this. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Well, if I could do that, then what? Well, then maybe we would do business. Like, you were in stall, right? You need to adjust your flaps. You're in stall. You need to make some changes. Okay? Well, what would take you from maybe to definitely? Well, we would have to go from 10,000 to 9,400. Now, I'm not saying I could. If I could do that, then are we talking about moving forward? Yeah, firm commitment, okay? There's not any, like, when somebody gives me a commitment, like, it's like, okay, now let's, especially the sales process, and they wanted discounts and all this stuff, now we're going to go back through. I'm just confirming with you, from what I hear you saying, your wife isn't going to complain, your neighbor's not going to complain, your jerk employee that works with you is not going to complain, coworker's not going to complain, if I do 9,400. Like, I'm going one extra step, right? My questions, right? Look. Objection, lockdown technique, stall. So where everybody gets, then more questions, you're going to get your confirmation and then close. Here's the thing. If you look at figuring out how maybe you'd be like, hey, Scott, I don't like your diagrams. Cool, don't like my diagrams. Figure out your own and figure out how you can go out and close more deals and draw visual aids, because it really is going to help you out. Maybe I say it a little bit differently, like, oh, I don't know if I really like the way you said that, Scott. It's quite aggressive. I'm sorry, it is who I am, okay? So be aware. Be aware. Map out your own process if you don't like the way that I do it. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button. Click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.